everybody, Michael here for the Fellowship of Acoustics, and I'll be your host for this week's new arrivals. This week I picked 5 beautiful guitars, and I like to think I made a nice selection with a different range of vintage versus new guitars, acoustic versus electrics. So let's just start straight away and look at the first guitar. First guitar I'm going to show you all is the beautiful, it's a Lowden guitar. So this is a new one. It's actually a Lowden F50 from the winter series of 2023. Technically it's still winter. Next week spring begins. But this is a beautiful, beautiful example of Lowden craftsmanship. What they did is they have a sinker redwood top with, check this out, it's beautiful royal ebony back. So this is the second one of these winter editions limited guitars that we got in, and actually only 10 were made worldwide. This is number 7 of 10, and I mean, that's beautiful. Blonde and black ebony on the sides, on the back. 5-piece mahogany rosewood neck by Lowden. And yeah, all in all, if you're familiar with the brand, you know what he can make. George Lowden is a beautiful builder. If you're not familiar with the brand, you should definitely check them out. They make some beautiful instruments. Let's listen to this one. Next one up, this is a beautiful electric guitar, and this is an old one, so we're mixing it up, but this is a Gibson ES125 TDC from 1968. Yeah, you heard that right, it's 68, but this one, the finish, it's so beautiful. It looks like it's, well, not brand new, but it's in a really good condition for the age that it has. The 125 TDC is the thin line version of a 125, so it's very slim, which also makes it very light. It's a very lightweight archtop guitar, beautiful for jazz players out there who are performing live a lot and they want something that's a little bit lighter, less bulky. It's a beautiful little brother to the ES125. It's got the beautiful original P90s right here. Like I said, sunburst finish, mahogany neck, Cluson tuners. It's, well, exactly what you would get if you bought it in 68. But here we have it right now, so let's listen to it. So, next one up, 68 is the year of this episode, or at least previous guitar and this guitar. This is a beauty. This is a Fender Telecaster from 1968 in original blonde finish. In fact, this guitar is, I'd say, 98% original. It had a refret at some point in time, and actually the original frets are included for anyone who is worried about that. And the 3-way switch has been replaced at one point in time. But man, this is a looker. '68 must have been a good year for both Gibson and Fender, because both of these guitars that I'm holding today are stunning, if you ask me. So, oh man, I can talk a lot about this guitar, but this one is one of those guitars that you just gotta hear. I could say a little bit about the beautiful wear and tear that you see on the necks. This is what people nowadays try to replicate with their relics, but this is the real deal. This is beautiful. One last detail is the fact that it does actually also come with the original ashtray bridge cover. So if you want to put that on there, it's all here. Yeah, like I said, beautiful guitar. It's a looker. Let's listen. Next up, we are actually going 1 year back in time. This is not a '68, this is a '67. I think by the looks of it, this might, well, for some reason might be my favorite, but the Telecaster was nice too. But this is a Gretsch. It's a Chet Atkins Tennessean from '67. And the funny thing about this guitar, well, when you are looking at the colors that it has, this is faded cherry red. This used to be completely cherry red, and some of it is still visible here on this area of the guitar, which is where the pickguard used to be. We actually have the original pickguard, it's right there in the case. But we took it off during checks, and we just wanted to show you this beautiful little detail of the faded cherry red versus the actual cherry red that's under it. The Chet Atkins Tennessean was a interesting model for Gretsch, because this guitar gave you a lot of tonal options at the time. So when you look at the controls over here, this is your normal volume and tone control. This is actually not a pickup selector, but this is an on-off switch, so like a kill switch. In the center it's off, and this allowed the guitars to be played, or this one. So it's a kill switch basically. Beautiful Bixby on there, high Lowtron pickups with the beautiful G logo in there. And then we have these two switches at the top. This one at the top right here is your normal pickup selector, but this one right here is the Gretsch tone filter. And the tone filter actually allowed for the original guitar signal unfiltered to go through the output. So different flavors of treble cut. So yeah, once again, I like these vintage guitars that we got in this week. So I hope you do as well. Let's listen to this one. And the last one for this New Arrivals episode. We started with new, we had some vintage in the middle, we're gonna end with new. This guitar is also from Ireland. I'm finding a theme over here, like the first new one. This one's from Northern Ireland though. And it's a beautiful McNally OM. This specific guitar has some nice tone wood combinations. So Sitka spruce top, you find that on a lot of guitars. But the back and sides is a beautiful piece of bog oak. And bog oak, well, Like the name says it, this wood was reclaimed from a bog, then dried to make guitars out of it. And the rich, dark look that this wood has, I mean, you cannot fake that. It's beautiful. On the back, on the sides, the rest of this guitar is pretty much ebony all around. So it's got an ebony fingerboard. Ebony was used on the headstock as well to finish this with the beautiful McNally logo, with the beautiful inlay here at the 12th fret. Ebony bridge pins. I mean, this is just a beautiful guitar to look at in terms of craftsmanship. And I think it's also going to be a beautiful guitar to listen to. So let's check out this last guitar by McNally. Alright, that was it for this episode. I want to thank you all, but before I wave goodbye, I just want to notify you that on the 7th of April we are having a workshop and concert here by Ruben Hoeke, which is a Dutch guitarist. If you don't know him, check him out. If you do know him, there are still tickets available, so check out our website. It's going to be somewhere down here. Laura, you're going to edit it in. You don't know it yet, but you're going to do it. And well, that's about it for this week. See ya. Bye bye.